Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be looking at my prediction and Adam's prediction for the 2024 gubernational elections in how many states is that? 11 states. 11 states. So we're going to go from the east to west coast, starting in New Hampshire. New Hampshire, which is normally a pretty Democratic state, although some do refer it to a more blue battleground state, is actually controlled by a Republican governor right now. So we can look at
Republicans.
Yeah, Chris Sununu.
Yeah.
He is actually he is not running for another term.
He was elected in 2016, and then New Hampshire and Vermont twice.
Yeah, because
governors do 2-year terms.
Yeah,
he was out really.
So
1 and 20.
Republicans, I don't think they're gonna hold on to that seat. Do you think that they're gonna hold on to that seat?
Yeah, but I think they win. So, who do you think the likely Democratic nominee is gonna be?
Craig. Wait,
yeah,
no.
I think so.
Yeah. And then
mayor.
Who do you think the most likely Republican nominee is?
Kelly Elliott.
Yeah. So
she's the former.
So they're both women. They're both women, and I think it's gonna either be Republican lean, or Democratic tilt.
I think right now it's gonna be, because if we look at polling, Elliott is up, but the last poll was conducted in November 2023. So, but I think she wins.
I think it's gonna go Republican tilt.
Okay, and then Vermont, I think it's gonna be like.
Let's look at the Vermont race. Another Republican incumbent in an extremely blue state, Phil Scott. He is. Oh wait, why did I click on Phil Scott? He is also running. He is running again, and I think he's gonna win. The Democrats did not put up any strong candidates, so I think the Republicans are gonna win Vermont by a likely margin.
No, I'm kidding. It's a safe margin. Because thing also for Vermont, it's Biden won it by 35 points in 2020, but
yeah, but what are you? Okay, I guess. So now let's go to Delaware.
No, it's safe.
Delaware is.
He won by 50 points in 2022. So
yeah, and then Delaware. The incumbent is also retiring in Delaware. Who do you think is gonna win the Democratic primary?
Do you think who will win the Democratic one?
Yeah.
I think Bethany Hall.
Yeah. And then the Republicans are putting up another weak candidate. So I do think, normally Democrats are gonna win Delaware by safe. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, now let's go to I'd say the most competitive governor election of this cycle. In North Carolina. So, the Republicans, this is probably a Republican state. They're probably going to vote for Trump. But the Republicans, they put up a very, very controversial candidate, Mark K. Robinson. He's probably the most scandalous candidate that the Republicans put out in North Carolina ever. So he has been accused of, proven of many anti-Semitic, transphobic, homophobic, and racist remarks. And even with all of those accusations, Josh Stein is still in polls, is tying or losing in polls. Tying in polls. So I think it's an extreme toss up, but I my current prediction is Republicans winning it by a tilt margin.
Yeah, the thing is of North Carolina, it's it doesn't stick its foot that much anymore, and Trump won it by 1.3 points in 2020, even though people say he's gonna either lose it by a lean margin or gonna barely win it. And now he's gonna win it by 3 to 4 points. And I
Yeah.
think he carries Robinson over, and Robinson will get a decent chunk of the black vote. So yeah,
Well, I
okay,
mean,
now
are
let's go
black people
to
really gonna vote for him? I mean, he's probably more racist than most white people in North Carolina.
yeah. I mean, I think he can like portray himself as like he grew up in poverty, while Josh Stein is this elitist guy who doesn't care about ordinary middle class people.
Yeah. So, and then let's move on to West Virginia. In the Republican primary, Trump endorsed Patrick Morrissey, beat the guy I was
Okay,
supporting, More Capito. Uh,
yeah,
Patrick
I
Morrissey,
will support.
he's gonna replace. He's most likely gonna replace uh, Jim Justice, who ran out of terms. Wait, did he run out of terms? Well,
Yeah,
anyways, Jim Justice
well,
is most likely gonna be the next Republican senator from that state, replacing retiring
is
Joe Manchin. So I do think Patrick Morrissey is gonna win West Virginia by a safe margin.
yeah, same margin as anything 12 and over, and likely is 5 to 12. Win is 1 to 5, and anything under one is tilt. So,
Yeah.
alright, so now let's go to Indiana.
Now
Oh,
the next state is gonna be Indiana. Indiana is a pretty much safe Republican state, and like it's kind of shocking that just like 16 years ago, actually that's a long time, but 16 years ago, Barack Obama won Indiana by 1 point, and now Trump is winning these by like 20 or so points. But anyways, uh, I think the Republican senator of Indiana right now, who is retiring and running for governor because uh, the governor is retiring, the current governor. So I think Mike Braun is gonna win Indiana by a safe margin.
yeah.
Adam, yeah,
I,
because like I
yeah, I would
mean,
go.
Trump won the state by over 20 points. The incumbent
And
governor is Republican. There's like no really any shock here in Indiana. So now let's go to a
well, my
kind of similar state to Indiana, Missouri.
yeah,
Um,
Missouri.
uh, there's this random independent guy named Larry Flanoy II. I bet he's gonna get like 80% of that vote, guys. So the Democrats, it doesn't really matter who they're going to nominate, although it's probably going to be Cheryl Gladney. The Republicans, who do you think they? Oh, they have lots of candidates. Who do you think the Republicans are going to nominate?
Um, I think Jay Oscroft.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter who they nominate. Like, all of these Republican candidates, except for maybe this gal and this guy, uh, are pretty much just the same people. And all of these Democratic candidates are probably all of the same, like, ideals and stuff. So no matter who these two parties put out, it's probably going to be the same result. Missouri going safe, right?
Yeah, because
All right,
because
now
there's
let's go
no
to the
way.
North Dakota governor election, which is currently represented by Doug Burgum. Whoever's gonna be the new governor, and if Doug Burgum isn't the governor when Tag is found guilty, please acquit Tag.
No, I mean
You should pardon Tag, North
that's
Dakota.
yeah. So I don't know. There was no polling for the North Dakota Republican primary for governor, but I think Kelly Armstrong won because he had the endorsement of both Karen Kramer and John Hoeven, the
Yeah,
state's Republican Party, Donald Trump, and
Yeah,
can
it's
run
going
ahead.
Republican. I mean, there's no question about that. And then probably it's the same in Montana. Uh, Greg Gianfort, the incumbent, he is running for another term. Actually, most of these incumbents are actually not running for another term in their state, but this
Yeah,
guy
they
is.
just turn my head.
This guy is in
Yeah,
Montana. So Greg Gianfort, he's probably gonna get the same result. Safe Montana. Now let's go to Utah. Utah
oh God,
Utah
no,
is
no,
represented
no, be quiet.
by a
No,
moderate.
I hopes, I legit hope Spencer Cox goes down today. He's such a rhino.
I mean, he I'm surprised he's actually living out in Utah, such a red state. Like, and he
Yeah,
ran.
and
Like, he's been like this from the start. He was not elected to be a hard conservative. His campaign was a soft, moderate stance to unite America. And I mean, that's kind of what he's done. So the Democrats, they nominated this guy. The Republicans, they're still
yeah,
holding a primary. Spencer Cox, he's most likely going to be re-chosen, but he is facing some opposition from Phil Lyman.
yeah,
Wait, who is this guy anyway? Oh, he did serve in the Utah House of Representatives. So I mean, at least he does have some experience. He's not just a random dude from Utah trying to challenge Spencer Cox. But Lyman is definitely more conservative than Cox. But no matter who they nominate, it's probably gonna be safe red again. Like, you can dislike
yeah,
Spencer
and then
Cox all you
Washington.
want, but he is a Republican. No one in Utah is gonna vote for a Democrat. And the final one, Washington, represented by Jay Inslee, who's not running for another term.
Yeah, he was elected in 2008, re-elected in 2012, 2016, and
Yeah.
2020.
So the
He ran for
Democrats,
president in 2020. Yeah,
so
so in the end, I
Washington
think,
has the same thing as a couple other states do. They just like hold an election, and then if no one gets 50% or more, uh the top two go into runoffs. But honestly, the Democrat, because Washington is such a Democratic state, Washington could just like uh nominate Ricky Anthony as their next governor on the first ballot. But either
yeah,
way, Washington's gonna go safe. So this is my governor's 2024 prediction
I
map.
think it's no, I
Yeah,
think the Republican nominee is gonna be Bob Ferguson, the Attorney General, against Dave Reicher, the former congressman.
yeah.
So
So
I think it's
most
gonna
of
be likely.
so most of these states are all like safe, except for North Carolina and New Hampshire, kind of. So yeah, that's it for today's video. My governor's 2024
Wait, I think,
prediction,
but
and yeah, that's it for today's video. Bye.